Hey guys, so was working at the Prove It booth at Low Carb USA, which was good because I got a lot of questions and I didn't get much any science questions, which is good because I don't like to get into the science of things. I leave that stuff up to the scientists and the researchers, both of which I am not. I am kind of a practitioner. And so just to start out with this video, I am a promoter of Prove It Keto OS, but I also use other keto products out there in my kind of quest to see what works the best, as well as provide non-biased feedback on the different exogenous ketone products. So with that being said, I was working the Prove It booth, kind of answering questions from some of the people that went by at Low Carb USA. Dr. Dominic D'Agostino, Dr. Jeff Volek, and Dr. Jacob Wilson were both talking about different uses of exogenous ketones for different purposes. Now, there are therapeutic use of exogenous ketones for people who are already in a ketogenic diet. There's also performance uses of exogenous ketones for those of you that are in a low carb, high fat diet or ketogenic diet. But one common question that I was getting asked a lot is, can you be on the standard American diet, eating out all the different carbohydrates out there? Can you use exogenous ketones and still burn fat? And the answer to that is, well, the quick answer to that is no. Because when you're taking exogenous ketones, your liver cannot produce ketone bodies from free fatty acids in your blood. But with the use of exogenous ketones, you can still get a lot of the benefits from ketones, such as better cognitive function up in your brain, some reduced swelling or inflammation, just a little bit. So I wouldn't say that's a direct benefit. So how does some of that stuff come into play? Well, because you're feeling better, because your brain's running better, you're going to have a little bit more energy. You're going to get up and actually start moving around. You're not going to feel that lethargic feeling that you're going to get from eating all those carbs, because part of a side effect of exogenous ketones can be curbing hunger. So an indirect benefit of exogenous ketone use is you're going to get up and moving, you're going to be more active, so you're burning more calories. So when you combine exogenous ketones with I don't want to say calorie restricted diet, and I'll get into that at another video, I will say that because you're feeling better, and when you're on a lower carbohydrate diet and you're moving faster, you're gonna lose weight because you're more active. You're creating that calorie deficit. Now, you can also use exogenous ketones to kind of preload your system. You're putting in ketone bodies into your system so it can get used to those ketone bodies being there. Yep, and it's going to start burning ketones. So if you decide to move to a low carb, high fat, or ketogenic diet where your body's going to have to start burning more ketones, you're not going to have to go through that that whole kind of rewrite period to an extent. All you're going to be doing is kind of reducing those carbohydrates. Your liver's going to start churning out ketones, and you're not going to go through some of that keto flu as bad as other people might say, because everybody kind of goes through the keto flu different. I've talked to several people who went through it and didn't even experience a keto flu, and trust me, I hate those people because I had it. And if I'm out of ketosis for too long, then I got to go through it again, and it sucks for me. Brain fog. I actually wake up feeling like I'm hungover, can't concentrate. So I use exogenous ketones to kind of help get me through that. And another use that I found it for is that if I'm out and I do have a little bit too much carbohydrates, like if I go out at some birthday party and I want to indulge in a slice of cake, okay, for me it's 2 slices, maybe 3, but then I'm able to use the exogenous ketones to still stay in ketosis. Now, if I have 3 slices of cake, it might take me a few days to slip back into ketosis, but I'm still supplying my bodies with ketones even though my liver's not generating them, at least. So I'm not going to go through that carb crash, as I like to call it. So those are just some of the questions that I encountered while I was out working the Prove It booth of exogenous ketones over Low Carb USA.